Every rod that I'm going to mention in this video is so good that I can predict that they are going to be nerfed in the next update. So yeah, basically just make sure to use all 10 rods that I'm about to list off as much as possible before the Fisch devs unfortunately nerf it, just like what happened to our beloved Arctic rod. Anyways, if this helps you guys at all, make sure to subscribe. Let's get right into it. The first rod that I can absolutely 100% predict is going to get nerfed is the Tempest rod. As you guys can see, it has a lure speed of 90, luck 120, 0.15 control, 40% resilience, and 80,000 max kg. And yeah, basically the reason it's going to get nerfed is because it's too good and Fisch really doesn't want us to have good things. No, but like, to be completely serious, this rod is really good. They're most likely gonna probably nerf the lure speed. That's what I can 100% predict. They're probably gonna bump it down to 80, so not a crazy nerf. Anyways, on to the next one. The next one is one I'm sure that a lot of you guys will actually be very sad about, because this is the rod that I recommended for you guys to get in replacement of the Arctic rod, which just got nerfed into the ground. But it's still good. All right, it's still good right now. It's just don't say you love it yet, because it's probably gonna go. I'm talking about the Depth Seeker rod. As you guys can see, at lure speed 55%, luck 70%, 0.17 control, 25% resilience, and only for the cost of 45,000, which is why this rod is probably gonna go. I mean, hey, me personally, I absolutely love this rod, and I think it's a great thing that there's a good beginner rod out there. I mean, it's a good thing, right, Fisch? Like the fact that you can literally just jump in and go straight to Atlantis and get this rod for only 40,000 credits. Not even 45k, I was completely wrong. But that's a great thing, and unfortunately Fisch sometimes doesn't like us having great things, which is why I recommend for you guys to just get a better rod than this, probably the Rod of the Depths, because I don't think that one is getting touched anytime soon. I sure hope so. But yeah, grind and say your last goodbyes to this rod. On to the next one. The next one is another rod that you can actually get in Atlantis, and so many people glaze this rod. Me personally, I don't see the hype, but I actually do think it will get nerfed, and here's why. The rod I'm talking about, which is the number 8. What am I saying? It's the Kraken rod, all right? Lure speed 60%, 185% luck, really good other stats. And the only good thing about this is when you put Hasty on it, it is an insta-catch. And now let me tell you about the mutation thing it does. Basically, it's a very unique rod, 10% chance and a 5% chance to get the Tentacle Surge mutation. Here's the thing about the Tentacle Surge mutation. It literally multiplies your fish's value by 10. 10. That is insane. Even though it's a 5% chance, that is insane for money. Absolutely crazy. And my kind of theory about this rod is that they're probably going to nerf it down to 5 or 7 to 8%. I know 10 is really good, which is why Fisch is probably seeing that and yeah, we can't let you have that one. Anyways, guys, now onto the fourth rod of the video, and this is one you can only get once you reach level 750, and a rod that I actually really personally like and recently has been really good. I am talking about the Rod of the Forgotten Fang. This one has just crazy stats. I don't even need to list them off, but the crazy thing that it does is it's crazy, absolutely insane ability that whenever you catch 3 perfect fish, a Megalodon pops out and catches one rarity higher. And this is making crazy glitch happens. You can literally go to an orca migration and catch 10 orcas using this, which is why I'm 99.9% sure that in the next update they are going to make it less overpowered. Honestly, I love it, and I really wish they would keep it, but knowing how they did us last time with the Arctic rod, yeah, don't expect to see this ability for long. Anyways, on to the next one. The next one's a new one, all right, which is why I don't even think it should get nerfed, but it's called the Volcanic rod, and here's why I actually think it's going to get nerfed. As you guys can see, it doesn't have a very good lure speed, but it has a max infinite kg. And here's the thing about it, right? It is a stage 5 fishing rod, which basically means it's in the same category as all these other ones, including the Summit rod. But the Summit rod only has a 200,000 max kg with a 300,000 cost, which is absolutely the same, but only a 15% lure speed, which is why I think they're basically going to do a nerf where they either turn the lure speed down on the volcanic rod, or, which is what I hope they would do, buff the lure speed on the Summit rod. That would be the right thing to do, but knowing Fish, it could go left and the volcanic rod may cease to be good. The next rod on my list is also another rod that isn't a replacement to the Arctic rod, and it's actually probably the most like identical to the Arctic rod. I am talking about the Avalanche rod. As you guys can see, it literally just has like 5 less lure speed than the original Arctic rod has, but it costs 10,000 more, which is probably why they nerfed the Arctic rod in the first place, because that doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, unfortunately, I think this rod is going to suffer a very, very sad and gruesome fate, just like the Arctic rod, because it's a good beginner rod and it only costs 35,000. So anybody who's using this, say goodbye, because yeah, it's over. Okay guys, so for the next one, I'm going to tell you guys about a rod that I just bought. It costed me the most money anything I have ever bought in Fish has ever costed me in my entire Fish career, and I am talking about the brand new Ethereal Prism rod. This rod is absolutely incredible. 95 lure speed, basically maxed out, 195% luck, 0.25 control, 40% resilience, and infinite kg. This rod is great, which is why even though it costs 15 million, and I think it should be great, we've seen things like this before. All right, when this Seraphic rod first came out, it was great. It had a crazy ability. You could fish crazy fast with it, and what did they do to it? They freaking nerfed it. And I think this rod is going to receive the same fate. And I'm sad to say that, because I've been grinding with this rod, and I know they're gonna add some sort of new rod, and it's gonna be, oh, we made a new update, and it's gonna be very, very sad. But yeah, unfortunately, anybody who loves this rod like me, we're gonna probably have to say goodbye to how good the stats are right now. Stop. Look, this is what Fish does. They pop game passes up, and that's what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna make a game pass only rod. Anyways guys, if this has helped you so far, subscribe please. It's 100% free. We're now onto my top 3. The next one is one that will have a lot of you guys sad. And I mean, I really hope they don't do this, but I think they're gonna nerf the Champions rod. I mean, it has really, really good stats. It's basically like how the Arctic rod was, but just a little bit better, and it was like 2.5 times the price, which obviously isn't great, and is also why I think they should keep the rod like this. But basically why I say that is because rods like the Trident rod, right? This costs 150,000 and it is garbage. Like, it's absolutely trash compared to the Champions rod. And if they don't buff the Trident rod, the Champions rod is gonna suffer a very sad fate, right? They want to balance out the game, and I get it, right? Like, I get it. I don't think they should do it, but dude, just buff the rods that are worse so we can keep our rods, like, genuinely. Number 2 is another rod that starts with a C. I'm talking about the Challengers rod. If you didn't know, this rod is the best rod for actually fishing for XP right now. If you fish with this rod in the Challengers deep, you can get like crazy insane XP. Like, it's unrealistically crazy, which is why, just since this rod is so good, you know, I'm just gonna say goodbye to it. Like, to be completely honest, they're just probably gonna balance it out because, you know, they don't want people getting XP so fast. But yeah, that's my secret tip of the video. Use the Challengers rod right now if you want to get max level. Speaking about max level, well, actually, never mind. This has nothing to do with being max level, but it does have something to do with a rod getting absolutely cooked in Fish. Guys, I'm talking about the most overpowered fish right now. I'm kind of going to be quiet while I talk about this, right? Because this rod is really good, and I kind of don't even want Fish to know how good it is, but I'm sure they do. I'm talking about the Zeus rod. If you didn't know, this rod is basically kind of glitched right now, right? So when you fish with it, it basically turns the whole place into a thunderstorm and gives you a bunch of the electric shock mutation. And if you didn't know, the electric shock mutation multiplies a fish by 3.5x. So basically every fish you catch with this is 3.5x. So it's kind of like, it's kind of crazy right now. All right, I'm not going to go too in depth about it, but yeah, use this rod while you still can. It's really, really good, especially if you're grinding for money. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if this helped you at all, or if you just enjoyed it. And if you hated this list, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you loved the list, also go ahead and leave a comment. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right.